Hey YouTubers, I'm here today at the bottom of Gibraltar Falls. Morning guys, here today at Gibraltar Falls, just on the outskirts of Canberra, with a couple of other influencers, Jake Traynor and Andy Allen Photo. We're just going to explore the bottom of the falls. Both are fantastic photographers, so make sure you go check them out. Woo, it's muddy. I'll go post their Instagram links in the description below. Make sure you check them out. They're definitely worth a follow. Otherwise, you could probably hear in the background water flowing quite nicely. So off we go, the Three Musketeers. Let's do it! We're well into the path with old mate Andy over there and Jake slowly trudging along behind him. But today I'm going to guide you through my 5 fucking I picked the worst time to fucking talk.
What are you doing? 5 tips and tricks?
5 tips on what I do to get the best photo, or the best photo that I can possibly get. So the first one is, we'll start off with the first one, is plan your location. A lot of the times I find I have to be at the location, go to the location at least a few times, do some exploring, scouting, that sort of stuff, take shots, fail, and then you know, after a few times I'll get that shot that I like. So you're never gonna get the best shot, as they call it, portfolio shot. Sorry. All right, we should have crossed. I'll get back to you. That is my first tip, is plan what you want to shoot. If it's a waterfall, where do you want it in the frame? Do you want a moody shot? No point going there for no point going to shoot a waterfall if you're going for a sunrise shoot. You know, you're gonna have two things working against each other. A sunrise is beautiful, it's the point of interest, but then so is a waterfall. So you might, although you might look good, but you'll find that they will clash. So you always got to have that strong focal point as a focal point. Otherwise, you will struggle to get that nice composition. And I'll check in with you shortly. Let's do a bit of more traveling, see what the boys are doing. That's Jake on the big boulder. Let's go help him out.
That's it. Is that slippery there? No, it's okay, man. Oh, just there, maybe.
Nah, maybe for you, but nah.
I don't think I might go.
I was gonna slap your ass, but not on a first date. I I reckon that rock is better.
That wasn't too bad, but it is mossy, so it's definitely just come.
This is just before the main falls. She's looking good. Alright, so we made it to the lower part of the waterfall. You probably can't hear me, so I'm gonna yell out as loud as I can. But my second tip, rule that I go for, is timing the day. No point trying to get beautiful sun rays or anything else like that middle of the day. You're probably not going to get it. If you want atmosphere, you got to go early in the morning. You want a sunrise, or you go in a sunrise. We came out here today to show old mate Jake the waterfall. He hasn't been here before. He's been to the top part. So it's basically a cloudless day. So we just have to wait till a bit of cloud covers the sun and gives us the opportunity to shade the scene. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's a beautiful place, but you really got to time it. If this was done in the morning, you'd have those beautiful rocks up there, or preferably in the evening actually, because the sun is actually setting behind us. You'd have beautiful kind of golden glow, water flowing, perfect scene. Unfortunately, as you can see, blue skies. So it is what it is. We'll take some shots. I've got a couple. I'll just show you now. I went for low, waited for the sun to kind of, well, she said the light to kind of soften. As you can see it there, my apologies. So, not bad. I'll post it so you guys can have a look. Let me know what you think. But I'm not expecting this to be portfolio material. But anyway, we'll move on. There's the other boys having a good time in the sun, getting their suntans on. All right, while we wait for Jakey boy to come up, I'm going to tell you my third tip from a professional photographer that hasn't made a single cent from photography. But trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Is take your time. What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't just get up there and take the first shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It's like when you go on a first date. Don't try going all the way. You got to caress those feelings, get those feelings developed. Feel the area. Very much like that. A scene with the exact same composition, sorry for the ugliness, the scene with the exact same composition can change dramatically based off where the sun is sitting. And that can vary from a few minutes, depending where you are in the world. And it can really make or break a photo. So take your time. time is the key, even if you don't know what you're doing, like myself. All right, I'm just looking at the Gibraltar Falls now. We're just gonna slide on through a bit and we're there, but I'll give you a quick glance. There it is there. Not much flow in terms of this cascades. It's a bit way too messy to get a nice shot, and you know, it is a waterfall that's been incredibly hard to photograph, but it's the adventure that counts. Just stepped away a bit because it's quite loud, but probably my number 4, well not probably, my number 4 tip would be telling a story. Whether you're doing videography like I am today, and look, I might not be telling the greatest of stories, but it is important for a person watching or looking at your photo to engage, to connect. So whether it's the struggles that I always have, for example, coming to this waterfall and taking a good photo, or the access or anything like that, I think it's important to tell a story because it keeps people looking at your photo for longer, or appreciating the photo. So, and that is one of the reasons I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because the storytelling part of my photography is really hard to do. So I thought if I couple my photography with videography, you'd kind of get more of an understanding as to the struggles that I go through. See you soon. Alright, so we've finished the hike somewhat. Now we're gonna make our way to what is it, Punchbowl Falls, Andy?
Punchbowl Creek, yes.
Punchbowl Creek. I haven't been there before, so stay tuned for that video. There's gonna be a separate one. But before we go, two things. Number 5 of the tips, and Jake is gonna love this one, and that's execute. Execute the shot. Implement the first 4 rules, and the execution, make it right. That shot will be epic. But you can have all the conditions, everything right, but if you don't wait for that perfect moment, so utilizing the timing and everything else, you won't get that great execution. And Andy's just cleaning up other people's mess. The other thing is, what a lot of people don't know, and Andy has requested, is a little bit of a history lesson. Beautiful. Constantine the Great. So, the thing about Constantine the Great, he only became the Great after his death, and that is because on his deathbed, he converted to Christianity. And the reason he did that was because he actually murdered his family to become Constantine the Emperor. So he actually was a badass. And his excuse was that he had a premonition when he was sick, night before the battle. And there was a cross with Jesus on it. And he told him that even though the odds are greatly against him, he needed to have a particular, and if you can probably Google it and find it, a particular cross on the shields for all his soldiers, and God will make sure that he wins that battle. Lo and behold, they did win the battle. He died shortly after, and he became as per the church's request, Constantine the Great. But in fact, he definitely wasn't great. He was a horrible man. Murdered his brother, and I'm pretty sure he murdered his mother as well, that's for sure. Might potentially have murdered his nephew. Not a cool cat to hang out, unlike Andy.
Yeah.
Subscribe. I've posted links in the subscription for Andy the mountain goat adventure. He's got a channel and a YouTube channel and Instagram, and also Jake Traynor, fantastic guy from the coast. Can't handle the bush, but he can handle the coast. So check him out, give him a yell. See you next one.